Hello and welcome to the 18 WJTS News for Thursday, July 10th, 2025. Thank you so much for choosing us for your local news coverage this evening. I'm Jane Jackson reporting. The meeting of the Huntingburg City Council officially began on Tuesday evening with Mayor Neil Elkins presenting the addition of Christopher Russ to the list of approved firefighters, which would boost their totals from 29 to 30. The council voted and approved the addition. Huntingburg Police Chief Brad Kramer asked the council for approval to hire Jake Bagley for the position of reserve officer. Bagley, who is from the DuBois County area, currently works at the DuBois County Corrections Facility, and this position would be the next step in becoming a law enforcement officer for the greater DuBois County area. The council voted to approve this addition to HPD, bringing their reserve officer total up to 7. Energy Superintendent John Rudepoler asked to amend the previous gas welding stipend and create a new ordinance for this role, a rule in which Superintendent Rudepoler finds invaluable to maintain efficient operations for the city. The council approved this request. Also approved was the purchase for 123 units of the Census 3-phase gas meters, with a quote of over $79,000. Transit Director April Blessinger requested the reduction of summer transit rates for students, which would allow for the change in rate from $1 per student going one way and $2 per student on a round trip when school is not in session. The typical rate currently offered by the city of Huntingburg is listed at $1.50 per one-way trip and $3 for any round trip. This summer rate for students has been implemented for many years by the Transit Department, but this is the official step to introducing the rate of the Huntingburg City Council. This ordinance was introduced and approved. Director Blessinger was also cheerful in sharing the recent arrival of the brand new 2026 Ford Transit van and that the department will be selling the older 2012 model van in the near future. Most notably, the cost of this new custom-order 2026 van was under the budget for the city of Huntingburg due to grants and other factors. On Tuesday evening, July 8th, at the Jasper Parklands Pavilion, there was a Bringing Back Good Fire event hosted by Four Rivers Forestry Committee. Guest speakers Kat Shea and Olivia Fry were invited to demonstrate the importance of prescribed burns, as well as the history and the effects from the recent 2024 prescribed burn at the Jasper Parklands. Shea is a forest ecologist and project coordinator for the Hardwood Ecosystem Experiment, and in her presentation, she discussed the historical role of fire and prescribed fire, along with the historic roles from both the indigenous people and Euro-American settlers with prescribed fire. She also took the time to explain the ecological, economic, and sociocultural reasons behind the importance of burning. Fry is a Southwest Indiana Farm Bill biologist with Pheasants Fever and Quail Forever, and in her presentation, she described the prescribed burn project at the Jasper Parklands from 2024 in addition to its effects. In 2024, 2.39 acres were burned with low-intensity fires, and it caused an increase in diversity as well as some plants to flush, such as milkweed and wild blue indigo. Fry also discussed that while fire can be harmful and can spur confusion, when prescribed it can be good for manipulating the diversity, structure, and composition of a plot of land and can help get rid of invasive and aggressive species. Along with the two guest speakers, there were also several members of the Four Rivers Forestry Committee spurring conversation, including consulting forester Doug Brown, who explained that prescribed burns are planned controlled burns on wild lands for specific purposes to meet resource management goals.
Oak trees in particular host a whole range of species that the moths, butterflies that feed birds, that keep the ecosystem going, and we're losing that component. And we are starting to see, we're seeing declines in bird populations, and part of it is there's not as much food as there used to be. So we've got to regenerate our oaks at some point in order to keep this system going.
When asked what he hopes fire brings to local wildlife, Brown expressed his hopes for putting enough fire across the landscapes to maintain a portion of our native habitat.
I've said putting fire on the ground is like spreading pixie dust. The oak trees just seem to grow. And I just would like to see a lot more fire out there under controlled conditions and in specified places to meet certain objectives.
For more information regarding upcoming events held by Four Rivers Forestry Committee, you can find them on Facebook. The Alley Activation Mural is the final component of the Alley Activation Project funded through the 2021 Ready 1.0 grant. This initiative is designed to encourage economic growth and create a vibrant corridor connecting Huntingburg's historic downtown to the Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Located between Butcher and Barrel and the old Overtime, the mural by artist Casey Jackson helps turn the alley into a vibrant space that draws in both residents and visitors. Alongside added features like planters, seating areas, and decorative lighting, the mural enhances the alley's overall appeal and functionality. Casey Jackson is a Kentuckian who became an internationally recognized artist driven by his passion and dedication. Founder of the Art of Casey, established in 2017, he has made creative contributions to charitable organizations and public art. From small-scale paintings to large-scale murals, his many styles can be found in nearly every community across the USA. Explore more of his vibrant creations by following the Art of Casey on Instagram and Facebook. Casey Jackson will be adding the final touches to the mural through Friday, July 11th. Stop by 4th Street to catch him in action. Join the City of Huntingburg and artist Casey Jackson on July 17, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. for the unveiling of the new mural in the alley next to 416 East 4th Street. Attendees will have the opportunity to hear from Casey and learn more about the inspiration behind the artwork. The Jasper-Pfaffenweiler Sister Cities partnership will soon be recognizing Mary Jo Miser for her contributions to the alliance. With 2025 marking the 40th anniversary of the Sister Cities partnership, they acknowledged one of its significant achievements was the creation of their annual high school student exchange with students from Jasper, Indiana, USA, and Pfaffenweiler, Germany. The exchange program, which typically lasts for 4 weeks, pairs students with host families for a deeper cultural experience. Mary Jo Miser was the first full-time German teacher at Jasper High School and instrumental in strengthening the German heritage of DuBois County throughout her career. With the full support of Sister Cities of Jasper and by counting on her profound passion for education, Frau Miser created the exchange program with the Stauffen High School near Pfaffenweiler in 1985. Through her vision and organizational skills, hundreds of DuBois County and Pfaffenweiler area students and host families have participated in the program, so far now numbering over 500. Her enormous contribution to continuously renew the connections between Pfaffenweiler and the Jasper community that have carried on since her passing in 2012 will be celebrated in a special new memorial. A grand opening and dedication of a memorial to Frau Miser will be unveiled at the DuBois County Museum on Thursday, July 31st at approximately 10:15 a.m. in the Sister City display area as you enter the log house area at the museum. Special banners will be displayed and include a biography of Mrs. Miser's education, work experience, and family, and Mrs. Miser's role and passion in the early days of the Partnership Committee in establishing the Jasper Sister Cities. More information will be presented on the history and creation of the student exchange with Stauffen and Postneck by others presently involved in the program. In addition, special guests from Pfaffenweiler will be attending and food and refreshments will be provided. The public is invited to attend, and former students and host families of the exchange program are especially encouraged to be on hand. Past participants are asked to share any group photos and items from the exchange. Attorney General Todd Rokita filed a petition to summarily suspend the controlled substance registration of Dr. Patrick Sheets, a physician practicing in Rensselaer, due to allegations of unsafe prescribing practices and serious violations of medical standards that present a clear and immediate danger to public health and safety. Over a period of several months, the Office of Attorney General received multiple consumer complaints alleging that Dr. Sheets engaged in dangerous prescribing habits, including prescribing controlled substances such as alprazolam to a patient with known substance abuse issues without proper evaluations, improperly securing a controlled substance key fob, and falsifying medical records. According to the OAG's petition, in mid-June 2025, the FBI and DEA raided Dr. Sheets' offices and other locations, and the Jasper County Health Department closed his practice due to the lack of running water, working sewage, or electricity. The OAG will present its position for summary suspension at the Indiana Board of Pharmacy meeting on July 14, 2025, seeking to suspend Dr. Sheets' CSR for up to 90 days while further investigations and proceedings continue. The public is encouraged to report any additional concerns about Dr. Sheets' practices to the Consumer Protection Division at indianaconsumer.com or by calling 317-232-6330. And that's your Thursday news here on 18 WJTS. Next up is your weather forecast.